What's going on, guys? Mike O back with my Day 2 National Recap. What a day, man. So fun. I actually meant to get this video done last night, but wow. It was a long day. It was so much fun. Crazy day. Incredible. If you follow any of the guys on Facebook or the Facebook groups, or even other people's videos, I'm sure you'll see some wild stories. But Mr. Fisher Bike met a new family. Lawrence Taylor was kind of walking by the crew a lot, conversing. It was an absolute blast. People breaking all kinds of stuff. Just what a day, man. It was a lot of fun. So spent the entirety of the show. Was there from 10 to 6, which was crazy. I actually spent the first 4.5 hours walking the show. I walked by every table, kind of went in order. Browsed at a few, looked pretty good at a bunch. But 4.5 hours to get through that show, and that's just walking, and that's with little interruption. So that kind of shows you the scope and scale of the show itself. Picked up some stuff, which I'm going to show off here, but man, it was awesome. It was so much fun hanging out with everyone after I looked through the show. So it was crazy. So here's kind of what I picked up. Picked up some just kind of really cheap autos. Aaron Foltz, I'm sure most of you out there watching don't even know who he was, but he pitched with the Giants for a while, Phillies. It was $1, so it's one of those deals where it's like, all right, I don't have an auto of him on a card. It's $1. Why am I going to bother trying to send TTM to him when it's a 50-cent stamp each way? So good deal to me, and I think these were like $2, even cheaper maybe. Just, again, some cheap Phillies autos. Kevin Gross, George Vukovich. This is cool here, Tommy Herr. He was really good with the Cardinals back in the day, but spent a little while, maybe like a year or two with the Phils, and that was right when I was growing up getting into it. So, you know, you looked at the guys who, you know, kind of were in their later years as something bigger than they were, so that was cool, and I love the Diamond Kings. This was ridiculous here, $2 silver, thin silver, Jim Fregosi. So I would like to, at some point, maybe get Buck Showalter done, get the dual. So I'm not one that chases dual autos a lot, but that would be cool because Fregosi's tough. And picked up a Ginter, Ron Washington, who's a really good signer. Again, for $2, I was like, why not? I sent him a TTM this year. I haven't heard back. He's with the Braves coaching now, and they're brutal. All right, picked this one up from Nick, Yankees cards. So that's awesome. Look at that. I love this 97 Bowman's Best Atomic Refractor. Just such cool cards. They're awesome. So, Nick, thank you for that deal. That is awesome for the collection. These I grabbed at a $5 box. Just couldn't pass it up. Jim Abbott. Love Abbott's story. Again, another one of those guys that I grew up, you know, watching and following. And an amazing story, of course. Really cool on-card auto out of, I'm not sure. I think it's one of the, you know, Topps Chrome. It's not regular Topps Chrome. I forget what the name is now, but it's like a Legend series or whatever. Pat Gillick on-card auto. It's not bad. Hall of Famer. Phillies GM in '93. Really cool Dykstra. I ended up picking up a few Lenny Dykstras. And, like, I don't go out of my way for Dykstra. He's a wacko. And he's read some stories on him, man. He's lost it a bit, but this is really cool, and this is specifically for the '93 World Series and the that Phillies team. It's on card, so for $5, I was like, why not? That's cool. I think I might have this, but again, for $5, I don't pass up the Archive Signature Series much. They're such nice cards. Cool encasings. Picked these up from a guy who had a lot of authenticated stuff, and then I guess their own company, Fat Apple or something. I don't know much about them, but they encase their own cards. But J.P. Crawford, like, I know his signature pretty good, so I was like, well, for $5, why not? I'll probably get it re-slabbed by, you know, a company that people have heard of. And Ivan Rodriguez, just a cool card. So, I mean, the sig looked good to me. I think it's his kind of short signature, but, you know, if you're wrong, you're wrong. Again, not much of an investment, but a cool card. Picked up this Topps Tribute, Vlad Guerrero. Just, you know, probably not one of the nicer tributes I've seen. Like, I like this year's tribute a lot better, but still a really nice card. A guy who, you know, Hall of Fame career, so why not pick it up? And then I got a few gifts from some generous individuals. Garrett hooked me up pretty good. So Card Cutter 23, thank you. Really nice Dennis Eckersley there on the 2016 Ginter. And a 2016 Ginter signed by David Wright, who obviously, you know, his career's kind of fallen off a bit, but spectacular career there for a while. And he'll go down as one of those kind of all-time legendary Mets, so that's awesome. And then my buddy Aaron Davis hooked it up big time too. First off, this was unnecessary, and I still feel really bad about it, but he cracked a pack of the 60th anniversary Topps football that some of the other guys have been opening, and I'm kind of getting that itch to give it a try because you can get some killer stuff. Curtis Martin is what he pulled. He said he had a bunch of Martin stuff, and he handed it to me. Feel really bad, but that is awesome. Really cool. So, Aaron, thank you so much. And then he hooked me up with a few really cool souvenir cuts out of Playoff Prime Cuts 2011 and then Donruss Limited Cuts. So, Hall of Famer Bob Feller, that's outstanding. And I love that they have little stories on the back. Very cool. It's number 25 to 35 from Bob Feller, so that is outstanding. And then he hooked me up with a few others, and I don't know these guys all that well, but he was telling me like they have really cool stories. So I'm going to have to do a little research when I get home in a little more time. But we got Monty Stratton, so that's really cool. And we've got Rick Ferrell. So these are really cool. I really appreciate you thinking of me, Aaron. Like I said, unnecessary, but just very cool. And like I said, it was a fun day. I didn't go crazy picking up stuff. I did buy a box of High Tech, so I'll give that a whirl soon. Hopefully do all right with it. But yeah, it was a blast. And like I said this last year, if you guys have a chance to get out to a national at some point, do it. It's a tremendous amount of fun. The card show itself is incredible. You know, you can always just buy cards on eBay, of course, and stuff like that. But you will see stuff that you didn't necessarily think of. And then there's just displays out there with incredible and amazing memorabilia and all kinds of stuff. It's crazy. So it's really a sight to see. And the best part is hanging out with all the guys and, you know, connecting with people that you haven't connected with before and reconnecting with people that you haven't seen in a year. It's awesome. So, and the fidget spinners, I've always thought are the stupidest thing in the world, but COMC's giving them out. They are a little bit addicting, but, you know, I'll get over it quick. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Comment below. Check out everyone's videos. I know a lot of people are posting them, and I'll be back with more videos, so have yourselves a great one.